it's me, 𝒬𝒡𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬🔬 if you're new here, hi, I'm 𝒬𝒡𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠 aesthetically pleasing videos for you to enjoy and me to enjoy creating. So today I tackled a build and I'm extremely happy with the way it turned out. I would say this is kind of a I don't want to say rustic because it's not rustic, but it's on the darker side of what I normally do because I am normally a light and airy kind of beige mom. I hate to say it when it comes to The Sims because I feel like those are the best items, like Eco Lifestyle, and yeah, it's probably one of my favorite. Dream Home Decorator. I love the styles because they're so light and airy. As of right now, you can see that the build is coming together, and this is pretty much the build, like the shape of the build and the way that it stays. And I built this using a floor plan, which I will put on the screen now so you can kind of see my reference. Instead of the light colors and that rustic wood tone on the bridge of it, I did darker colors, and you'll see I'll change that here in a second. But I absolutely love this house. When I made this house, I envisioned it's a single family home. I know it looks like it could have more than one room, but it's a single family home. And of course you can change some things around and make it into a 2-bedroom, but I ended up trading space for the living room instead of an extra bedroom because I didn't like the layout that I had in the beginning. So this is a 1-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, which doesn't really make sense, but could definitely be expanded into a 2-bedroom, like I said. And the reason I did 2 bedrooms is because there's a washroom, so like a back area for you to come in at, and a pantry and stuff like that. So you could definitely make a second room for sure. And I did add a chimney, but not where the actual chimney, the fake chimney that I made is. So right now you can kind of see the layout, and this layout pretty much stays except I expand the living room, and you'll see that. But as of right now, I'm working on the windows and the exterior, and you'll see me pop in and out of several times just to make sure that the interior windows looks just as good as they do on the outside. And we've popped back and you can see that darker kind of tone coming to effect. So this is where I decided, okay, I want to do the opposite of the picture. And now I'm working on landscaping. I absolutely loved the way the landscaping turned out in the backyard, which I'm starting to work on now because I'm working on the back patio. Like, absolutely love the way that this build turned out, especially like landscaping, because I struggle with that the most, just actually getting landscaping that looks like it belongs in that area. And my goal is to try to build Newcrest all the way up. Maybe besides community lots. I haven't decided yet. I do have community lots already down, but I might go back and change it. So right now you see me working on the back patio. This house comes with a pool, and it has a little grill area, and I used the new pergola from the new kit we just got. I think it's the poolside. I can't remember what it's called, but the poolside kit that we just got, I used that pergola that we got. It fit perfectly with the vibe of this house. Right now you can see me just working on the fence and deciding, you know, what I want it to look like, how big I want the backyard to be. And they have pretty good space back there. And I tried to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have had more space if I didn't use the pool, but I wanted the pool. I felt like, you know, this house would have a pool. I just thought it looked better, and I struggled on where to put the fence because I was like, can I even access that? Play tested, you can get through there. I mean, of course, you can also get through the backyard. This house is fully equipped with everything: a trash can, I almost said a thermometer, a AC thing, and a pit. It is also a pit. What is a pit? It's also available on the gallery. Right now I'm working on terrain, and I know really you're supposed to wait till the end to do terrain, but I decided I didn't want to. And this is where the pergola and other little pool items are going to be. So I used the new lounge chairs from the new kit, and I was going to use this table, but decided to use, again, Snow Escape, one of my favorite packs to build. And this is where I decided I wanted to include a swing set, but I ended up getting rid of the swing set because I was like, it's a 1-bedroom. No kids really live here, so I don't need it anymore. And the reason I did this is because I wanted to put a greenhouse in. So I did that, and I added a greenhouse, and you can see me working on it here now. And I used the greenhouse kit, and I absolutely positively love this. Okay, so I did an alternation of the windows, some open, some closed, and I made it dark just like the house. The only thing is I couldn't remember how to get rid of the paneling to make it completely glass on the inside, so I just ended up painting it the same color as the house and pushed it in the far back corner, and then added a door from the Modern Looks kit. And this is me decorating the inside. You have 2 big planters and the small planters. I widened it just a hair because I did want to include some of the Greenhouse Haven accessories. So you got some shelves in there, you know, some decorations, you know, just gardening stuff. My mind was a sim, you know, lives alone, maybe as a gardener in their career, you know, host parties, things like that. And I also used the Greenhouse Haven kit for the like flooring because I like the way that it looked, and all the dirt that you're seeing right now is where I'm going to be putting landscaping. And I ended up shuffling this whole thing around to fit the pergola because I remembered as I was getting ready to actually use it was to use the pergola. I was like, wait, didn't we just get a new one? And it's got, you know, vines on it. It's the exact color that I wanted to use. So I ended up going with that. And this is a fully stocked grill kitchen because I was like, you know, I feel like you'd have it. And I shoved the seasons box under the picnic table because I felt like that, you know, maybe that was kind of aesthetically or really visually pleasing. So I did that. As if it's functional, I have not play tested it yet, but I will check to make sure that it is. Right now you see me here just going through trying to find items to just add to kind of open the scenery, and this is me looking for the pergola. I just ended up shuffling by you know, packs, and this is the color, the green vines. I think it was perfect. I just shuffled everything and made it work to the area, and this is when I really started to see the vision of the house coming together. These bushes are literally everywhere. I kind of used them as a filler plant. I filled up this little corner with like plants because I felt like that was accurate. You have all different types of flowers and colors, but I think it ended up looking really well like together. And I used these bushes majorly around the entire house because I had spots that I wanted to cover, and it was perfect. It kind of fit the vibe, you know, with the dark, with that bright green bush, just looked absolutely amazing. So landscaping took me so long on this build. Like the total finish of this was 2 hours. Of course, I shrunk it down to 16 minutes, but most of it was the landscaping and me just stepping away for a little bit and then coming back. You know, my dad called me through this and we got to talking about just the world today. And it was absolutely crazy. I just thought, you know, I don't have to rush into it. And I think that was my problem with building it before. I used to pressure myself to get it done fast so the video wasn't as long, you know, place things quicker, stuff like that. But I realized, I was like, just take your time and then you can go ahead and speed up the video to as short as you need it to be. And that's what I ended up doing. So here you're seeing me work on the landscaping in the front, which is really simple, the same flowers. It's got dirt, and that's pretty much it. I didn't want anything too serious. In this corner over here, I added pretty much the same flowers you see everywhere, the pinks and the yellows and stuff like that. I didn't really have a vision for what I wanted it to look like. And I'm adding outdoor lighting now, and this is where I start working on the interior. I went with a darker flooring because, again, like I said, I wanted this to be kind of darker. Where you see tiles is bathroom and kitchen, and then where you see wood is where I wanted there to be wood. So in this, I actually used these dark blue counters, and it worked so well. And I based the house off of this blue and gold that's in this kitchen, and that's the reason I did the kitchen first, because I was like, I want to base the house off the kitchen. So there's a lot of dark gold textures and just blue throughout the house, and there's some pops of like lighter wood shades, but it's mostly dark wood with some black in it as well. It's really just dark. And for a while, I didn't use this chair, but I'm about to get rid of it here in a second. I'm about to find the chair that I want to use, this blue shade, and I didn't end up keeping it because it didn't end up going with what I wanted to, the tile I wanted to use in the kitchen, which is from Parenthood, but I ended up using it, and I used the tiles that came for rent, and this is the tiles that I wanted to use. And I didn't like the way that the chairs looked until I came back later and changed it. So this right here is going to be like the pantry area, but in here is the washing machine, vacuum, laundry basket, and just a few clutter items to make it look used. And you know, like, okay, yeah, people definitely live here and use this. I was just originally going to make it a pantry, so you know, no laundry at all, but I was like, you know what, I think I am gonna do it. And here is, I'm putting everything on this back wall, which I ended up realizing was a mistake, because how am I supposed to get to the washroom? Because this was like my whole idea, like that bathroom back there is the washroom bathroom, and then you have like the wash area, and that back there is where you put your shoes and stuff. So eventually I do change it and switch everything around, because I realized the door actually has to go there so that they can get into that area. And you'll see me here in just a second realize that and switch everything around. So I just went for a regular brown door, and that was my idea, that this is kind of like connected in an L shape and was built to be used all together, but is separated by an archway and a doorway. So I did that, and here's where I changed the layout, because I realized I didn't really have room for a living room. So I did that, and I used this, like I said, I based everything off the kitchen. So I used this really light blue color, and then I changed the windows in the front because I didn't like the way that they looked in the living room with the furniture. So I used this blue, pasty blue color, and I was going to go with the curved TV, but I ended up using this old, you know, from the basement kit, and I love the way that it turned out in here. And this is where I add the fireplace, and it's kind of, it's not rustic, I don't want to call it that, but it's a different like look than I would normally do. I do the flat screen, very new age, but I felt this house was kind of old with all the dark colors, so I kind of kept it that way. And you'll see here, I picked 2 paintings, kept these paintings, but I changed the color. Love that. I try to add greenery too, because I felt like if they had a greenhouse, they're definitely a sim that likes a lot of plants. So I made sure that I put plants, and I used that little phone that's not really a phone in here. And normally I clutterize my kitchen like really, really bad, but I just put the seasoning and the dish rack and a plant there. And that was really it for the kitchens clutter wise. I didn't want to use it too much. And now you can see all the windows have changed. And I used the growing together arch, and I started in this blue color, but didn't end up, I felt like it was too blue for that area. So I changed it to that kind of like off woodish wood. I don't know how to explain it. I'm working on the entryway now, and I used the Snowy Escape rug, and this is where I changed the chairs to match the rug better, because I wanted to use the blue rug. And I added the coat rack and the umbrella rack, and I put a mirror here, and I used my famous owl figure that I absolutely love. Added the record player into the living room, and then I also put a record player in the entryway because it just matched, and I kind of felt like I wanted to. I used the key rack, and then I put some clutter back in there with the board games and the cell phone, added a shoe rack, and I used a little no shoe sign and sized it down like it was a window sticker. I really liked that. Now I'm working on the bathroom here, and this is fairly simple. It's just a lot of the for rent pack in here, and I struggled with the color, but I ended up going with this yellow greenish color. And I started using these mats for a little bit, the black mats that came with the bathroom clutter kit, but I did not like the way they looked. I felt like it was too dark, so I scratched that, and I just sized up the Snowy Escape rug in that green color, and I painted the walls just a simple white. And now I'm working on the washroom area that you come in from the outside. I used a lot of horse ranch in here, and that garden thing, and I tried to make it work by fitting that into there, but I felt like it was too many shelves, so I didn't end up using it. Here in a second you'll see me cut, and it'll be, you know, cluttered up and decorated, but this is what it ends up turning out like. I really like I'm really proud of myself on how this turned out. It's definitely out of my comfort zone with the darks, and right about here you'll see it snap and it'll be done. And I'm working on the master bedroom now, the only bedroom in the house. And I went with this light blue color that's still dark but kind of works. Gave him a desk. I used that chair, added a rug, didn't like that rug, added this rug, and then I added this kind of country living rug, and it actually tied in together very well, I felt like. Plants and stuff, and then I added the TV and this right here, put a plant there, and just added a little clutter here and there that I liked and wanted to use. The bedroom is fairly simple. I added these basic kit lamps, and now I'm working on the master bath, which is really big, but we are rounding towards the end of the video. So if you like videos like this, please give me a thumbs up down below, turn on post notifications, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all for making it this far. If you did, leave a cow print, a cow emoji down below. And yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed this kind of darker grandma's house, I guess I would call it. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Make sure you tune in for the next video. And that is all. Hope you guys enjoy. Bye.